Hi dear folks, today we are going to learn about the behavioral processes in marketing channels. So let's learn about the social system, a system generated by any process of interaction on socio-cultural level between two or more actors. Actors may be individuals or a collectivity or a firms. When individuals or firms interact as members of marketing channel, an inter-organizational social system exists. So basically, there's a social system exists with the interaction of the individuals or the firms. As we already know, they are members and non-members of marketing channels. So whenever they interact, there's a social system exists. The channel can be affected not only by economic variables, which we studied before, like the economic conditions of any country, any economy, any market, like recession, inflation, deflation, etc., but also the fundamental behavioral dimensions present in all social systems, such as conflict, power, role, and communication process. So basically, if you see the conflict, power, role, and communication processes are the behavioral dimension of social system, because there will be a conflict between, you see, there will be conflict when the interaction between the channel members are there. There will be conflict between the channel members, which are members or non-members. There will be conflict of power. There will be a role as well, and communication process. So we'll be learning in details in upcoming slides. Let's learn about the conflict in the marketing channel. So conflict exists when a member of the marketing channel perceives that another member's actions impede or obstruct the attainment of his goal, like the distributor of any firm, like a Suzuki distributor or the Toyota distributor, or you may say the outlet of any Suzuki showroom, will see impediment in attainment of his goal by the Suzuki company or by the Toyota company. The same example is given over here. The GM and Ford and the Daimler, Chrysler, these three companies basically obstructing their distributors' profit and revenue. So what they are doing, they are recording the sales whenever the product is handed over to their outlets, at their outlets. That is called the primary sales. So they record sales on their primary, but they should record their sales at their secondary, because secondary sales is the sales when the product is with the distributor. Okay, primary sales is done when the manufacturer sell its product to the distributor, and when the distributor sell its product to the retailer, it is called the secondary sales, and when the retailer sell its product to the customer, it is called tertiary sales. So all kind of sales has to be managed. If it is not managed the way it should, then there will be a conflict. So it is a very sensitive topic to discuss, because there are many companies, especially in the local market. You see the companies try to push the sales whenever they require some performance aspect. They want to record some performance aspect, um, uh, due to some reason of their yearly or quarterly or 3 years objective. So they push. So whenever they push, they never look back. The all of the challenges faced by the, so it is very important that companies may take into account the challenges faced by the retailers, because they should not only record their sales whenever there are secondary sales done. Okay, because if the stock is stuck with the retailer, the product can never push again. The product can never generate sales, and at the end of the day, you see a customer will get the short expiry product. Specifically, if you talk about the food product, and if you don't talk about the food product, the rest of the products has different market dynamics. For example, the parts will not be valid anymore. Auto parts will not be valid anymore. Okay, design of the clothes will not be relevant anymore, like that. So if you see ahead, the manufacturer relentlessly push dealers to order cars in order to gain favorable revenue and profit. You see, they are keep pushing, but they are not looking at the challenges faced by the auto dealers. Auto dealers are those who are, you see, the showrooms, car showroom. They are called auto dealers. So you see, manufacturers and auto dealers become objects of each other frustration. So conflict is on the high, especially during periods of slow retail auto sales, especially when the sales are not being generated in the market due to some or the other reason. So you see, especially in the slow economic condition. So what happens? They are challenged. So the manufacturer need to see whether there is conflict in the making, or is there any challenge faced by the retailers or not. If it is faced any challenges, if it's dealers are facing any challenge, then they should take care of this. Okay, let's talk about the definition of the competition and conflict so that we can differentiate them. Competition is the object centered, indirect and impersonal. So when we talk about the particular brand, when we talk about the particular product, so the companies are focused on that. Companies are not focused on each other's process, or each other's to improve the business. So object centered, for example, you see there are two brands like Punam. Imtiaz store has a Punam brand, and you see other brands are there. So Punam brand is a private brand. It is called private brand or the local brand, and the international brands are there like Shan Foods and other national. So national and Punam has a competition between them. There is no conflict. Why? Because they are competing as a brand with each other. So it is called competition. When there is a conflict, and it is impeding the, it is directly impeding the profitability of any brand. Okay, or its basic business. So it is basically conflict, and it is opponent centered behavior. Okay, so you see the partner of yours become the opponent. So these are the example I already gave you. In that particularly, over here you see in the conflict one. Over here you see in the conflict one, supermarkets, retailers, and manufacturers. So you see supermarket retailers and manufacturers, they are in the conflicts. There are times when they are in the conflict, because uh, sometimes the manufacturer try to push their product the tertiary sales specifically, but the supermarket retailers are not interested in the coupon war. So what they do, they offer. So you see coupons are given. The companies are spending, the manufacturer is spending a great amount of money, but the manufacturer is not taking that serious to their coupon understanding. So they see there is a conflict between them. So the solution of this problem is not to create a conflict, is uh, they should see that it is easy for the supermarket retailers to promote their product or not. Actually, it is challenging for the supermarket. It's very difficult for them to keep in track that whatever is purchased from the coupon. So they let the customers purchase whatever they want from the coupon. So, but the manufacturers see it differently. They see it like they are not interested. They are failing us. So the conflict becomes extensive. In the competition, I already mentioned the private and the national brands. Thank you very much.